Peel P50, the smallest car ever made. Until now, because I have created, behold, this. Now, I know, incredulity is often the first response, but let me talk you through it. Because underneath the handcrafted aluminium bodywork, okay, you have the engine and the running gear from a quad bike. But you will note it has lights and indicators and a number plate. It's passed all the government tests, which means you can drive it on the road.
Are you seriously suggesting that that is an actual car?
I promise it's a real car.
What's it called?
Ah, well, that's brilliant. Because it's shorter and narrower than a Peel P50, I've called it the P45. And now, no car before ever caused such a stir, and no car has since, really. Until now. This is called the Eagle Speedster. Made by a small engineering company in Sussex, it looks like an E-Type. It's even based on an E-Type. But there have been some changes. The aluminium body is deeper. The windscreen is lower and more steeply raked. The wheels are new, and the tyres, and the brakes, and the interior. Oh, may I talk about 50 Shades of Grey?
Really?
Can I just honestly just ask, who here has read it? Be honest, who here has read it? Yes? Yeah? We're noticing a trend. It's mainly a women thing, I'm guessing, yes? Yes. And men don't really have an equivalent until now, because I have found the male equivalent of 50 Shades of Grey.
Have you?
Tremendous tractors. Come on. You're going to love it the most. Oh, yeah. Why would you not read that?
Oh, it's all in here, isn't it? Spikes. These move through the ground to cover the seeds after they drop. This has chunky treads. Grip bumpy or slippery ground.
Hammond.
This is absolutely marvellous.
Hammond, I think you're reading more into it than is actually there.
It cuts the stalks and threshes them to knock the grain right out. Oh, they're all flushed.
It's just a book about tractors, and the best thing is there's a series of them. There's dazzling diggers, amazing aeroplanes, enormous erections.
What?
I made that last one up.
Spreads the straw behind it as the grain spills from the spout. Oh, for farmland can be rough.
But there's never been anything to help old people park. Until now, because this Lexus LS600 can park itself.
Now, here's basically how it works. At the back of the car, there are sensors in the bumper that know where its extremes are. There's a tiny little camera here that looks behind, and when Hammond presses a little button on the screen, it will reverse and steer itself into that spot.
Yep, it's that easy. I just engage reverse gear, I can see the cameras here, I press some buttons and stuff, and then it parks. So, here goes. This is going to go well.
Well, Hammond, I'm sorry to interrupt, but this is the instruction book that I have here, OK?
Yeah.
For the sort of command system. All of that is for the park assist. Do you think you can do it without reading it?
Well, you...
All right, then go on, let's see if I can.
Press some buttons.
Go on, then.
Don't
Go on,
stand
then.
there.
I don't do anything, do I? I just take my foot off the brake, yeah?
Yeah, you
No,
take
don't
your foot
touch
off the
the steering
brake,
wheel.
and then it goes.
I'm not doing anything, I'm not doing anything, I'm not doing anything, it's just the car! I'm not! Oh, bugger! Oh, bugger! Stop!
Stop! You hit the cool wall!
Yeah, well...
And I went for the Golf GTI because it was fast and practical and classless. And it's been much the same story with all the models that have come along subsequently. But none of them have ever managed to capture somehow the magic of the original. Until now. Now, I'll admit, it's not actually a GTI. or a Golf, or even a Volkswagen. What it is a BMW, the new 1M.
Okay? See, the thing is, when you're 8, everybody really wants a supercar, okay? But you can never really afford one until you are 58, by which time your skeleton is too old and too creaky to get inside. There has never been a comfortable supercar, a bit like a comfortable guided missile. Until now.
This is a new Lotus. It's called the Evora. And while that makes it sound like a ladies' dress shop in Harrogate, it presses all the right supercar buttons.
However, in 1972, the moon missions were scrapped, which means that for the last 39 years, the only moon buggy you'll have seen on Earth has been in a museum. Until now. Because, yes, it's back. This really is it. The Moon Buggy Mark II, a car for outer space. This is much more exciting than something like a Veyron SS or a Ferrari 458. Those are just Earth cars.
I want to start by talking about Denmark, because you see, over the years, this tiny little country has contributed so much to the betterment of mankind. It's given us interesting furniture, stylish hi-fi, amusing children's toys, and of course, this. Danish bacon, Danish butter, wrapped in bread to create the only known cure for vegetarianism. Denmark, however, has never made a car. Until now. Because Denmark has more windmills per head than any other country on Earth, and because Copenhagen is a cyclist paradise, you know exactly what sort of car it's going to be. Yeah, well, it isn't.
The car has been with us for over 100 years now, and in all that time it's been evolving really rather nicely. But let's be honest, it's never really changed. Until now. This is the General Motors Highwire. Now, it still looks pretty much like a car. It's got wheels and windows and what have you, but it represents a complete revolution in the way a car works.
But what if you're mad? What if you can't walk past a window without being overcome with an uncontrollable need to lick it? There's never been a car to suit you. Until now. This is no ordinary BMW X5. This is an S&M X5. What they've done is taken the standard car and inserted under the bonnet a 555 horsepower, 4.4-litre, twin-turbocharged V8. The results are as dramatic as putting a furious weasel in your underpants.